Hello and welcome, everyone. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Adam Cellini. Well, with the election barely more than 2 weeks away, Hillary Clinton is trying to expand her lead in the polls, but Donald Trump is charging hard, drawing large crowds and promising victory. Both candidates were in crucial states today, and both brought along some company. Here's ABC's Elizabeth Herr.
It was Hillary Clinton with Tim Kaine and Donald Trump with Mike Pence, barnstorming battleground states.
You have 17 days, that's all.
With time running out to overtake Hillary Clinton in the polls, Donald Trump unveiled his first 100 days agenda.
Cancel every unconstitutional executive action, memorandum, and order issued by President Obama.
And he pushed back hard against sexual misconduct allegations made against him by 11 women.
The events never happened, never. All of these liars will be sued after the election is over.
And if he's president, he'll spend his time suing women who have made charges against him based on his behavior.
Hillary Clinton in Pittsburgh hoping to lock up Pennsylvania's 20 electoral votes.
If you do know people who are thinking about voting for our opponent, well, you may. You know, I hope you will stage an intervention.
How's it going, everybody?
Clinton even rallied some star power to her side as Miley Cyrus knocked on dorm doors at George Mason University in Virginia in search of votes.
Hello!
And in Las Vegas,
we are going to go to the polls right now.
It was Katy Perry lobbying for early voting. Elizabeth Herr, ABC News, New York.
AT&T is buying media pro Warner Brothers for a staggering $85.4 billion. It's a deal that could shake up the media landscape. Warner Brothers owns its own movie studio, HBO, and CNN. The merger combines a telecom giant that owns a leading cell phone business, DirecTV, and internet service with a company behind some of the world's most popular entertainment. The deal would make the Time Warner the target of the two largest media company acquisitions on record. The highest was AOL's infamous $94 billion acquisition of Time Warner. Now let's head over to Steve Newman for a first check on our local weather tonight. Steve?
Our weekend weather is so terrific right now. We have dry air, temperatures have cooled off quite a bit, and not one single radar echo from rain from any of our Titan radar sites. And the tropics are very mild too and quiet. I don't think we're going to see any activity for the next week or so, but we do have a month and 2 weeks to go before the end of the hurricane season. Taking a look at temperatures over the area right now, Sarasota Brayton International Airport 62. The dew point, which was in the 40s, is now up to 51. Humidity 67%. It's going to be a sparkling night and temperatures cooling off. High today 78. Boy, that is considerably cooler than normal. It's nice to be this much below normal, at least for a day or two. Last night's low 62. And if we look at the forecast temperatures overnight, cooling off into the upper 50s. What does the rest of our weekend have in store? I got a great forecast, so we're staying up for. Be back in just a few minutes.
All right, thank you very much, Steve. The Sarasota Police Department is taking part in a national initiative with a strong connection to the Sun Coast. Officers spent Saturday helping residents dispose of unused prescriptions, but are reminded how these pills led to a deeper problem in our area. ABC 7's Kate Flexter has more.
Studies show that the majority of abused prescription drugs come from family and friends, including right at home in your medicine cabinet, which is why departments around the country are offering a safe place to get rid of those pills.
Just go ahead and dump the pills in here for me.
One by one, residents stop by the Sarasota Police Department dropping off unused and unwanted prescription medications. The result? 20 pounds of pills. For some like Agatha Gobrick, it's an issue that's personal.
Our youngest son became addicted.
This year, Gobrick lost her son, Daniel, who struggled with substance abuse for several years, beginning with prescription pills and ending with heroin.
Something must have happened along the way where he chose to possibly try different drugs at different times and eventually got really hooked on them.
According to the Attorney General's office, in 2010, Florida was considered the pill mill capital of the U.S., becoming a destination for addicts. That year, 7 Floridians died of overdoses every day. 1 year later, the state cracked down on pain clinics and saw pain pill abuse drop dramatically. But addicts weren't necessarily dropping the habit altogether. For many, it meant trying something new. Heroin.
They cracked down on the pill mills and kind of put a stop to that, and then the pills became more difficult to get and more expensive, and heroin became easier and cheaper to get. So we saw a switch over to heroin, which has then now led to the fentanyl and carfentanil problems that we're having now.
Officer Matt Hughes of the department's Street Crimes Unit says the heroin epidemic is something they see on a daily basis. Detectives are actively fighting that epidemic with several large drug busts, but they also continue to crack down on prescription pill abuse as well.
Yeah, we definitely don't want to see it go backwards to where it's very easy to get the pills out on the street again.
This event is spearheaded by the U.S. Drug Enforcement Administration each year to make sure those prescription drugs end up in the right hands. Back to you.
All right, Kate, thank you very much. Many of you shared your praise for the program on our Facebook page. Walla, if that is your real name, writes, "It's a great service that is provided to the community. It helps to keep prescription medication out of the hands of kids and adults alike who are dealing with drug addictions." Christine Tara writes, "It's much better than trashing or flushing them, and it's way better than the chance of people getting a hold of them that shouldn't." Heather Jordan writes, "It should be advertised everywhere, like pharmacies and doctors' offices." Still to come here on ABC 7, Walking for the Cure. Breast cancer survivors share their stories and join thousands of others to raise money at the annual Strides Against Breast Cancer Walk in Sarasota.
On your TV, on your computer, on your camera, on your smartphone, on your Apple Watch. And now you can get ABC 7, your Suncoast News on Fire TV. Just go to mysuncoast.com and click on the mobile tab for a list of fast and free downloads that deliver ABC 7, your Suncoast News on the go. Have you ever wondered what it's like to save a life? Find out by donating platelets at Suncoast Blood Bank.
I'm Haley Wilgus, ABC 7. Platelets aid in the clotting process and are vital in the treatment of cancer and surgical patients, trauma victims, and critically ill newborns. It's tough to keep enough on the shelves because they only last 5 days. To donate, call this number or visit scbb.org and you can help save a life.
ABC 7 congratulates Suncoast Blood Bank on 65 years of serving our community.
Every child follows a path in life. For many, that path will lead them to a door that gives them a place to grow, to learn, to belong, a place to forge their future. Because while many doors open, these doors transform. They did for us. Support your local Boys and Girls Clubs. Great futures start here.
Ugly.
Big eyes.
Dweeb. Things that should never be said.
Shut it down. We are all beautiful.
Strong.
Powerful. Choose to stand up against bullies.
Choose kindness.
ABC 7, your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
They say good things come to those that wait. Well, you've waited long enough. You deserve to feel fabulous in your fashionable new Fiat 500X from Alfa Romeo Fiat in Sarasota. Boldly innovative, seductively stylish. Fiat gives you everything you'd expect from a capable utility vehicle, like a spacious interior and advanced safety systems, designed and built like a sexy little sportster. Don't wait any longer. You deserve to feel fabulous. Get a new Fiat at Alfa Romeo Fiat of Sarasota.
Gold fever has once again swept the nation, and everyone is rushing to Florida to strike it doubly rich. Introducing the $5 million Gold Rush Doubler. We're doubling cash prizes for over $752 million in payouts and 36 prizes from $1 million to $5 million. The Florida Gold Rush is on. The Florida Lottery, just imagine.
Today marks the official start of the Greater Sarasota's Eat Local Week. It's an annual celebration of the best local food and farming in Sarasota and Manatee counties. Each year, dozens of partners come together to host several events, including farm and garden tours. This year's theme is Food Changes Everything. It explores the connections between food and different topics like health, art, culture, and even the economy. The annual Strides Against Breast Cancer Walk for Sarasota and Manatee counties drew a record crowd to the Sarasota Polo Grounds earlier this morning. The event raises money for research and honors those affected by the disease.
3, 2, 1.
With that countdown, a sea of pink shirts, headbands, and hats took off on a 5-kilometer journey Saturday morning to honor those battling all forms of cancer. Their steps driven by the memory of who they're walking for.
I have 2 friends named Lisa and a friend named Sue that I dedicated today's walk to, and I raised almost $800 myself for it, and my daughter raised $400.
It literally brings it home. It makes it much more personal, and in a way it's kind of devastating to see how widespread cancer has affected many people's lives.
This year's event eclipsing last year's attendance with more than 13,000 participants. 340 attended the Survivors Luncheon afterwards, sharing their stories of triumph and tribulation.
We feel very grateful again that so many people came out and are committed to this as we are.
Survivor Ruth Leneker scheduled a trip from her home in Fort Wayne, Indiana, specifically for this year's walk.
I lost all of my family to cancer. So none of my siblings made it to 70, and I'm 73, going to be 74. So I feel blessed. God has blessed me.
ABC 7 Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan emceed the event and brought plenty of support as well.
Making strides 2016! Team Susan! Yeah!
As the search for a cure continues, these walks remind some that the support is overwhelming.
It's just great. It makes you feel better about yourself, makes you get through this whole entire thing. It's rough, but with support you can get through it.
Organizers also gave out info about where and how to get regular checkups here locally, as early detection can be the difference between life and death. And Steve, I was out there this morning, a cool, crisp day, beautiful day. I mean, is it time to start dusting off the sweaters a little bit?
You might want to keep one handy. It's not going to get any colder than this for a while, but what a great spell of weather we've got ahead for this week. Going to get a little warmer. Take a look at the Sarasota Bay Camp today, and you can see not a cloud in the sky, but look at the surface of the bay. You can see the waves getting whipped up a little bit by those strong northerly winds that were with us, and had an absolutely gorgeous sunset. Temperatures over Florida at this hour already in the 40s up in the northern part. Tampa 62, Miami 71. And across our viewing area, because of the prevailing northerly winds, temperatures aren't that much different. I think Lake Placid must be sheltered by the wind there. They've cooled up to 51. And that's what's going to happen as the winds die down tonight. Radiational cooling will set in, and we'll get into the 50s to near 60 degrees just about everywhere, even downtown Sarasota where it's currently 62. Closer look at Sarasota and Manatee County, surrounded by the warmer water, a little warmer at Anna Maria 67, Mayaca City 58, and looking in the southern part of our viewing area, temperatures pretty much near 60 degrees on average. Now, the northerly winds that have come over are behind this cold front. It generally takes the second night after a cold front passes to get the coolest temperatures. It'll probably be cooler tonight than it was last night by a couple of degrees. As those winds ease up, we're going to let that radiational cooling kick in. And over the next couple of days, the winds will stop being from the due north and start blowing a little bit across the Atlantic, bringing just a little bit more moisture, a little higher dew points, but certainly not the return of the heat and humidity like we've seen all summer long. And without the humidity, without the moisture in the air, there is no rain, precipitation of any kind across Florida at this hour. And it's all a result of this little dip in the jet stream. It's a buckle and undulation of the jet that happens this time of year when the heating and cooling of the land and air and water becomes different as the sun gets lower, the days get shorter. So this is really the first sign that the seasons are changing. And it's brought in some cool air over the northeast. It's going to settle in over Florida overnight with low temperatures in the 40s, as we just saw in Gainesville, already in the 40s. And tomorrow warming up very nicely into the upper 70s to near 80. Tomorrow night, not quite as cool as we bottom off near 60 in Sarasota for tomorrow. And then Monday warming up just a few degrees. And we'll be pretty close to seasonal normal, I think, as we move into the middle of the week, Wednesday and Thursday. Here's our RPM Futurecast showing the northerly winds shifting more to a northeasterly direction late tomorrow night and into Monday. We have another cool front heading south that's going to come at us kind of through the back door on Wednesday, but it's not going to have strong northerly winds. It just reinforced the kind of weather we have, keeping the subtropics from surging back up and heating us up and moistening us up again. It's just going to keep things pretty much perfect latter part of the week. So here's our weather headlines as we move into a new week. Refreshingly cool. I know that sounds like a cigarette commercial for the 50s, but also be a nearly perfect Sunday as far as the weather is concerned. And we will have a slow warming trend, but it's only going to warm up slightly to near normal by Wednesday and Thursday. A great day on the water. The winds have slackened off, so the advisories are down. The rip currents advisories are down. Northeast winds tomorrow 15 knots, seas 2 to 3 feet, but you do watch out for that moderate chop on bay and inland waters. The beach temperature 81, the water a little cool for me, 78 degrees. Here's my forecast for tonight. It'll be clear and crisp. Just perfect. 57 for our overnight low temperature, and the next 7 days shows that slight warming, bringing us up into the mid-80s by midweek. Overnight lows in the 60s. Just about perfect for the Sun Coast. Adam?
All right, thanks, Steve. Stick around. Sports is next.
Shop GoWildHonda.com. Lease a new Fit for $149 or Civic just $169 with no down payment. That's GoWildHonda.com or visit Wild Honda Sarasota. It's gotta be wild.
It's time to upgrade your favorite news app. Now, ABC7's My Suncoast News app is better than ever with a dynamic brand new design that's faster and easier to use. Stay connected anytime, anywhere with breaking news and weather alerts, video on demand, and live streaming of your Suncoast News. Download our free My Suncoast News app on your mobile device at your app store. ABC7's all-new My Suncoast News app. Just another way we're here for you. Powered by the Eye Associates, providing sight for life.
We're losing exotic animals on a daily basis, and the ones that we have in captivity are really the ambassadors for their wild counterparts. I'm Clayton Rozier from the Big Cat Habitat and Gulf Coast Sanctuary, housing over 150 exotic animals that needed a great home. And if you love animals, please help them. Do it locally. Support your local no-kill shelters, your local wild animal sanctuaries. Make a difference where you can.
My name is Julius. I have cerebral palsy. I work for Farmer Jeffy Weising Law Firm. I do a lot of data entry and scanning documents. I want to increase my working experience to make the company much better. At the end of the day, it's good to think of the day's work and to think about what I have accomplished.
Hi, this is Dan Marino. When your business recruits people with disabilities, everybody wins. To find out how, go to abilitieswork.employflorida.com.
The celebration is heating up, and the prices just keep getting better during the Jeep Celebration event going on now at Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota. Come shop the area's largest selection of new Jeep Wranglers, or check out the stylish new Jeep Renegade starting at just $16,999. Stop by today and drive away in a brand new Jeep Patriot for just $14,999. Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota.
The agents at SWC would like to show you pictures of all the homes that they've sold quickly for their clients. But they're just too many to show. Contact SWC today and find out for yourself. We just market your home better.
All hands on deck. What's up? I want to point out 3 tips for using the home computer more safely. Point away.
First, stop. Make sure your software is up to date and that you've password protected your computer's login and Wi-Fi connection.
Next, think before visiting a site, opening attachments, or clicking on links.
Then connect, knowing you're helping make the web safer for you
and for everyone. Make Stop, Think, Connect part of your daily online routine.
Shop GoWildHonda.com. Lease a new Accord or CR-V for $179 with no down payment. Your choice, just $179. That's GoWildHonda.com or visit Wild Honda Sarasota. It's gotta be wild.
Now, sports.
The Tampa Bay Lightning heading north tonight to take on the Ottawa Senators in Canada. Second period, defenseman Anton Strawman takes the puck up top and fires a wrister. Andre Pallet deflects it in. Lightning up 1-0 in the second. And then a few minutes later on a power play, Vladislav Namestnikov finds captain Steven Stamkos in front of the net, bolts up 2-0. Now Ottawa would respond. Chris Neal splits a 2-on-1, fires a low shot. It looks like Vasilevsky made the save at first, but the puck went between his legs, and Neal was able to tap it in. But that would be all the offense the Senators could muster tonight. Lightning win 4-1. With World Series on the line, Clayton Kershaw and the Dodgers trying to stop the bleeding tonight against a red-hot Chicago Cubs team. Game 6 of the NLCS at Wrigley Field in front of Chicago's home crowd. Kershaw just hoping to keep his World Series hopes alive. Bottom of the first, Chris Bryant at the dish. He pokes the low heater into right field for a single. Dexter Fowler is going to score easy from second base, and the Cubbies take an early lead in this crucial Game 6. Kyle Hendricks got the start for the Cubs, and he was strong in this one. No runs, 6 strikeouts over 7 innings, including this one against Kershaw in the fourth. Walking off the field, confident Cubs fans. The anticipation is building. And in the fourth, Wilson Contreras anticipating that pitch. A rocket shot over the ivy in left field extends the lead to 4. And the Chicago Cubs are going to the World Series for the first time in over 70 years. They take on the Cleveland Indians, who haven't won a World Series in almost the same amount of time. Game 1 is set for Tuesday. The Tampa Bay Rays are in their offseason, but the charity efforts throughout the community are not taking a break. Today, the Rays players helped Tampa's Buddy Baseball League celebrate their 100th Saturday of baseball games. Buddy Baseball is a league for special needs children, allowing them to play and compete with other kids their own age. Rays starter Jake Odorizzi was among several Rays standouts who showed up to lend a helping hand.
We can come support them, make their day. That's what it's all about, is having, kids have fun and enjoy baseball, softball, whatever it may be. This is a treat.
Since their start in 2009, Buddy Baseball has grown from 6 teams to 14 with over 90 different participating schools across 5 counties. Another group of baseball players met on the Sun Coast tonight to kick off the first Women's Sports Museum. 17 former players in the All-American Girls Professional Baseball League reunited at the Hyatt Regency for the museum's first ever kickoff gala. The Female Baseball League ran for 11 years during World War II, when men, including some professional baseball players, went overseas to fight. The nonprofit has its sights set on the empty Gee Whiz building along the Sarasota Bayfront for its future museum. ABC7's Haley Wilgus emceed tonight's gala. NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell is in London to promote the London NFL game between the New York Giants and the Los Angeles Rams. It's the latest in over 10 games that have been played overseas since the NFL International Series began in 2007. Goodell also took the opportunity to defend the league's hard line on excessive celebrations. Goodell spoke about those critical about the league cracking down on that policy. He made it clear that they have no intent on easing those rules.
The reason our competition committee and our coaches are so anxious about that is whenever you taunt, likelihood is someone's going to respond to that. And it's a sign of disrespect, and somebody's going to respond in a negative fashion, and it escalates. It escalates to a very bad position.
ESPN reported after week 4 of this season that taunting penalties were up 220% over last year. More to come here on ABC7. Stay with us.
Let SWC Properties sell your home today. Take advantage of this great market and sell your home for the most amount of money in the least amount of time. SWC Properties gives you the benefit of full-service marketing that sells your home faster with the fewest hassles. There are no hidden fees, and now for a limited time we'll list your home for 50% off. Wouldn't it feel great to save thousands and feel confident with your move? Give us a call for details or visit swcproperties.com and contact us for free information packet and find out why. It's simple. We just market your home better.
My name is Haley. I have Fragile X syndrome. I work with Chartwells at Einstein's and FIAT. I like being up front and interacting with students. The students are very nice and very hungry. Having a job is a big ticket for independence.
Hi, this is Dan Marino. When your business recruits people with disabilities, everybody wins. To find out how, go to disabilitieswork.employflorida.com.
Here's something we bet you didn't know. Nearly half of all cancers can be prevented. That's right, half. Nearly 50%, mostly by making small everyday changes in your diet and controlling your weight, walking more, eating less, and eating foods that help you and your family to seriously reduce the risk of cancer. And of course, by not smoking. Visit the Cancer Prevention Together We Can website and get a free 30-day planner filled with tips, recipes, stats, and more about protecting your family. Go to prevent50.org.
ABC 7, your Suncoast News. We're here for you weeknights at 5.
Gold fever has once again swept the nation. And everyone is rushing to Florida to strike it doubly rich. Introducing the $5 million Gold Rush Doubler. We're doubling cash prizes for over $752 million in payouts. And 36 prizes from $1 million to $5 million. The Florida Gold Rush is on. The Florida Lottery, just imagine.
At Sunset Subaru in Sarasota, you'll always get the most for your money. More years, more miles, more 2016 IIHS Top Safety Pick Plus winners than any other brand. And right now, you can lease the most award-winning small SUV on the planet. A new 2017 Subaru Forester for just $209 a month. Or get 0% financing. Complimentary maintenance included at Sunset Subaru in Sarasota. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
Are you ready for Circus by the Sea?
What happens when marine life partners with circus performers? Circus by the Sea. Families could enjoy exciting acts performed by Sailor Circus students. It was a free performance for those visiting Mote Aquarium. The collaboration between Mote and the Circus Arts Conservatory hopes to inspire children to step out of their comfort zone and try different things like juggling or hula hooping.
I didn't know what to expect. I knew it was going to be Circus by the Sea, but I didn't know it was truly a circus. I expected to see marine animals doing tricks.
This is a first-time collaboration between the two organizations. It's part of Inspire Sarasota, which is a 2-week celebration of the arts and culture of Sarasota. The St. Armand Circle Boat Show is underway. The many options available in today's world of boating on display for everyone to enjoy. The show started today, but it continues tomorrow around Circle Park. It's from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and admission is free. And it's a victorious night for ABC 7 health reporter Alex Redmond. She competed in this year's Community AIDS Network Can Dance competition and brought home the gold, a first-place trophy recognition for the most money raised towards AIDS research. She was able to raise more than $15,000 over the last several weeks. Looking good, Alex, next to that trophy. You earned it. Awesome. And I bet she danced pretty well, too.
And she clearly did. Came in with a gold. Congratulations. And thanks for your great work. I appreciate it, Alex.
Absolutely. And if you remember, we have another dance winner not too long ago. Bobeth Yates won a local dance competition.
That's right.
Yeah.
We have some talent in our newsroom.
Yeah, we can scoot a little bit in this newsroom. Make no mistake.
Well, enjoy the sparkling weather we're going to have overnight. It's going to be a beautiful week ahead, too.
Well, that sounds good to me. We'll see you guys in the morning. Thanks for joining us.